We are the Russells, and this is our story.
I'm Keel.
And I'm Tanya, and we've been married for about 10 and a half years, and we've been blessed with two beautiful children, Zara, who is turning 7, and Tej, who is turning 5. And Keel, we also call him Ty. Keel moved to Canada from New York in about 2013. It was about 2 years after we got married, and we were ready to start a new chapter in our lives. And shortly after that, I remember when we were expecting our first child, Zara, and when we told our parents, our whole family, I should say, one of my grandpa's first wishes was for us to find a church. And at the time, a colleague of mine, attended APC, and she invited us to APC to attend a service one day. And so we decided to come. And from that day, we started attending occasionally. And also during the time, financially, we were barely just getting by. And during that time as well, we had no sense of direction, and we had no idea what God had planned for us in our lives. And when we did attend church, whenever we gave tithes, we only gave surplus of whatever we had available. And after service, we would just leave right away and not talk to anyone. And that became a repetitive cycle, and we just kind of felt lost.
One Sunday, pastor was giving a sermon centered around Christian fellowship and relationship we have with God. And he was encouraging everyone in the church to join a small group where we can discuss his word and become more intimate and knowledgeable about his word, right? So we reached out and we joined a group, and from there things started changing. We learned so much more about God. We did topics like the whole armor of God, right? Honoring each other by honoring God, right? And tithing was a big chapter, and we learned a lot from that, because we clearly were doing it wrong, and we take away from that to tithe from our gross and not from our net, and that made a big difference in our lives. Okay, fast forward to February 2020, when COVID hit. It affected everyone, right? We're not excluded from that. I was working as a framer on one of those big home developer side here in Brampton, and I think the second or the third week in February, one day we went into work, and we were told by the foreman that everyone needed to go home. There was a lot of uncertainty with the COVID, and no one knew what was going on, so we had to shut down site. So I was home for about 3.5 months, right? And at that time, I had opened my business, my personal business, in 2018. So I was still doing like construction work at the side, but the opportunity arose when we were home for that 3 months. I decided to concentrate more on my business and just work for myself. And from then, I've been working through the COVID since. We've been blessed financially. God has been pouring out His blessing on us. I was able to pay our bills. Since then, I've been working for myself. Currently, right now, I have 3 employees. Past March of this year, we landed my biggest contract over 6 figures, and we've been seeing the blessings of God pour into our life ever since. Our intention with this testimony is to let everyone know who have doubts that God is not moving in their life, that He's always there, right? He's always there waiting for us to make the move. He's waiting for us to seek Him and seek His knowledge, and He will pour His blessing out on us.
And for me to say, just to always have faith and to continue doing tithes from the first fruits of your labor.